Check him out. He's super fly.
Oh boy. Look at this party. Why does everybody smell?
Okay, Sonic.
Buddy, why does everybody smell?
Why else would there be those weird things coming out of them?
You know?
Welcome back to Persona 5 Dancing All Night.
I'm pretty sure that guy's gonna get like a...
Oh man, they all just got laid.
He's gonna get put on a list for trying to come on to a 12-year-old.
Who's an animal?
Yeah, so that's like... I mean, I don't know what the law is.
That's a double whammy.
France, Italy, but, you know.
Do furries count, though?
Only humans get rights.
So the furs aren't people.
Wow.
I'm just quoting Persona 4.
It's off to the gas chamber with them.
Wait, what?
So this is literally just a mission, kill 4 enemies in 5 minutes. You have? Do you think we can do it, guys? We have 5 minutes to kill 4.
No, because one of them is
mooks.
John Cena.
You can't see him.
Oh man, I was worried we weren't going to do it. And Sonic Awoos.
Oh god.
In all ways but physical, he is a wolf.
The age of consent in Italy is 14, and France it ranges from 14 to 18, depending on area.
Ooh.
I was talking about like how what the law was on animal fucking, but okay.
I mean, you mentioned 12-year-olds, so that's...
I'm pretty sure 12 is like a no-no in every part of the world.
Except probably some Middle Eastern country, because, well...
He
they're
just
the
ran
Middle
away.
East.
Look, he just ran away. He is afraid of people knowing who he is and as Werehog.
That should calm things down a bit around here. Chalk another one up for Sonic.
Professor Pickle, what the fuck are you doing out here?
He's busy being
Of
Knuckles.
course. He was here just a moment ago.
Tell me what's happened to
Hey man,
me.
you don't ruin his
What?
life.
Tell me
It's
everything
like-
you know.
I know his office or lab or whatever is like just down the road, but like what is he just standing out here for?
He's watching, wishing he was infected by Dark Gaia. Quietly in the corner,
Oh,
watching all his movements.
You know what's a shame? Is that this is one of the last major Sonic games, besides Black Knight, to have the 4Kids voice cast, and they had finally actually started doing a decent job with the voice acting at this point.
Sonic?
pretty sure we talked
Sonic?
about this already. Sonic?
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Sonic! Ah, the world.
So anyway, yeah, because it's like 18 loading screens.
Oh, that's fair.
This game is like actually almost as bad as Sonic 06 when it comes to loading screens.
It's just
Yeah.
not in the
There's-
middle of a, there's not 3 loading screens in the middle.
Yeah,
of a
no, they're
level.
not. They're not like
They're just-
as frequent,
they're just-
but they're almost as long.
Yeah, they're just not poorly placed. I mean, I've seen some very long loading screens in Sonic 06, like, to the point where it is a wonder that the game even loads anything at all.
So we're in Chun-Nan now. This is pretty. It's like this is probably the most obvious. Like what country in real life is this based on?
Vietnam.
China. Close.
Thailand.
Also close.
Hungary.
Also, I'm pretty sure like Chun-Nan, if you replace the U with an I, is an anagram for China.
Turkey.
No, because there's 3 N's instead of 1.
China na na na.
China, no.
That's racist.
No. It's just how Donald Trump says China. He says China.
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 Vagina.
Vagina.
We're gonna go to
So
war.
anyway-
We're gonna go into a trade war with vagina.
With Virginia.
That's what you get for
He's been
acting
hanging out with
picky.
little boys again.
Hanging out with little boys in spandex again, I see.
Yes.
Okay, so the story, by the way, we had to talk to that old lady because we needed to get her permission to walk past this guy to go into the fucking Gaia Temple area because country leader or like old man guardian fucking temple guard whatever dude has gone missing and we need to find him.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I mean, he was like captured by the darkness or whatever.
Yeah, what if we just went straight to the temple instead?
I mean, that's where he is.
Okay. So let's just go straight to the temple. Let's skip all the nighttime stage stuff and all the day stage shit. Just go to the temple.
Can't do that. The game will not let us do that.
What if instead we punched the game?
What if instead of playing this game,
Mm-hmm.
we just played the Unleashed project in Sonic Generations?
What if instead of that we just played Lexine's Quest, a certain generic RPG?
I like that idea.
Okay. Why are we playing this game
Where-
again?
Because it's like Sonic Month or whatever.
Oh, that's right. Sonic Month.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Gaming
Yeah.
Stooges.
I literally don't think we've mentioned that at all
Oh.
in this Let's Play up to this point. But yes, we are playing this because I guess it's our obligation to play a Sonic game for Sonic's every anniversary.
And it usually drags
I don't
on
fucking-
longer than that.
Yep. But that's why we started it earlier than that. Although, you know,
Sonic Month for 100 months.
Basically.
so, you know, like, part 3 won't even be up by the time... I mean, I guess I could have it up on the 23rd. I probably won't, though. But, yeah, it's going to be like 17 parts after the 23rd. So anyway, Chun-Nan.
Oh.
Nighttime.
The daytime stage.
This
in
isn't-
the daytime stage in this for this level is just has such good music is all.
This level is okay. It's not good, it's not bad. It's like, it's generally pretty painless because it's one of the shorter nighttime stages.
It's the rest of
There's
this
a metal back
video.
It is the rest of this video, but it's still shorter than most of the stages.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember this stage HD version being too bad. I remember actually enjoying the night stages for the SD version, just because of how like diverse it felt to go like the different levels that are broken up, like you're in like totally different areas in each one. But yeah, no, the HD level isn't too bad either.
You know, I'd like to
It's mostly just-
enjoy the music of this stage game.
Yeah. It's mostly just like stretches of road with waves of enemies every like hexagon or
And I think that's
what have you.
I think that's why I prefer a lot of the SD version nighttime stages, even though they're only minimally better, is because I mean, there's a lot of fighting, but there's less of it than in the HD version. And that probably stems from the fact that the HD version has such a detailed combo system, I guess.
It is a surprisingly diverse combo system. Like, there's actually quite a few different combos you can do in this game.
I wonder what game they were actually trying to make, and then they're like, no. We have to make that a Sonic game.
This is Ristar.
You mean
I
There we
fucking
go.
swear to God, no, I swear to God, if this was supposed to be a Ristar game, I'm going to be mad.
A 3D
Because I-
Star.
it's like when Nintendo or when Rare was making Dinosaur Planet, and then Shigeru Miyamoto's like, "Hey, that's pretty cool, but what if it was a Star Fox game?"
Yeah.
And a
Why,
perfect world.
I mean-
why are the plants angry?
I don't-
I know why the bees are angry, but why are the plants... Why? What?
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 Why did you do that?
I'm not going to answer that question. It's like, I make mistakes. I'm human. It's like, why would I run off the edge of the fucking platform? Because Sonic's running controls are slippery, and it's difficult to stop, and it was an accident.
So,
Jack,
you
I have
did
a
answer
question.
it. Thanks.
I did answer it, yes.
I have a question. Have you played Star Fox Adventure?
I have.
Would,
Not very much of it, but
would you
yes.
consider it better or worse than this game?
Oh, it's worse than this game. I mean, it's like... No, yeah, it's worse than this game. Like, Star Fox Adventures as a Star Fox game is worse than this game as a Sonic game. It's like, it's functionally a fine game, but, like, it's kind of boring and just not really interesting overall.
I mean, at least this game feels like a Sonic game.
Half of it does, anyway.
I'll even give the Werehog stages, as much as I've been bashing them, they at least feel like a Sonic game, because we played Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. It feels kind of like just some of, like, the brawling stuff in that game. Like, it's not that, like,
Or, you know, the
fun Sonic-y.
platforming part of the platformer.
It's like, Star Fox is a space shooter, and Star Fox Adventures is a Zelda game.
Yeah. Those two have nothing to do with each other.
It's like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
Oof.
Except instead of just being okay, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is a fucking garbage game.
But hey, he's in Smash Brothers now.
That's true.
It is true.
That is officially his most recent best game.
And Smash Ultimate.
I mean, I really
is
like to
To be fair,
I really like to pretend that it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist!
to be fair, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is probably also Cloud's most recent best game.
I mean...
Oh, I forgot this guy's a thing.
I'm just gonna kill him.
What
I don't remember if he's in the SD version.
Yeah.
I think the SD version also has less diversity of its enemies, too. There's like a couple of enemies that don't appear in that version.
Because the PS2 can't render everything.
That's true.
That's my argument, and regardless if it's true or not, I'm sticking to it.
It's probably true.
I was gonna say, it's probably true because the PS2 is, like, not a very strong console. Like,
There it
I mean,
is.
have you seen Sonic's model in the PS2 version of Unleashed? He looks like a fucking Dreamcast game.
Maybe this was originally developed for the Dreamcast.
What?
Like, I remember too, I played both the PS2 and Wii copies, because I had it on PS2 first, and then I got a Wii afterwards, and then at some point I got it on the Wii. And while the model, polygon-wise, is more or less the same, the lighting and shading are and coloring are nothing alike. Like, the Wii model is just so vibrant, and it actually looks alright for its system, and the PS2 version just looks washed out.
That was me realizing, whoops, I probably could have used that enemy to kill those guys, but oh well.
So I should mention, like, detail-wise anyway. I mean, they're gameplay-wise, like, the same.
But
When
you
I
can
usually-
waggle.
When I talk about how I enjoy the SD version more, I'm mostly talking about the Wii version, because the PS2 version has some things about it that aren't as good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, the Wii version, like, I understand that you can use the GameCube controller or the classic controller or what have you. By the way, fuck that automatic camera switch, like, right as you're about to jump onto this fucking floating box
How many times
right
did you
above the
die?
water. Just this time. Spoiler alert. And there I go. But anyway, but yeah, like, playing with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck in fucking Wii Unleashed is, like, such a fucking, like, it's so clunky. It's like they incorporate waggling for so much of the goddamn gameplay.
Yeah, I hate the waggling.
It still showed the.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I remember. I mean, I'd have to go back and replay it, but I don't remember the waggling being a problem.
Play with Dick.
Yeah, did
Like-
you?
Like, yeah, it's not as good as the waggling for colors, but I don't remember like getting frustrated with the waggle controls at least.
There's just too much of it in my opinion. Like fucking Werehog Sonic is controlled like left punch, shake Wii Remote, right punch, shake Wii Remote, left punch, shake Nunchuck, and it's just kind of like, this is stupid. But, I mean, whatever. Unfortunately, that doesn't really carry over very well to using it on a controller because it still functions as left punch, right punch, so you use L and R respectively in that regard.
Yeah, they do some weird shit with the controls because of that. That's my one huge gripe more than anything about Unleash is like, and we've talked about this with like the homing attack earlier in the Let's Play, but just there's so many questionable decisions with what they decide to map the buttons to. Especially, I will give you in like the Wii version. It's so why? Like, it's not intuitive. I think it could have
Future
just
Sonic games give us button mapping.
They really should.
God,
Like,
please.
I mean, there's probably some lunatic out there that prefers to have the boost and the homing attack on the same button.
Why?
Not
They
me.
should be shot. Fucking hate that.
That's why I called them lunatics. I mean, have you seen the fucking, like, the comment section for any given song from a Sonic game? Like, if you look at any song from the fucking Shadow the Hedgehog soundtrack on YouTube, it'll be filled to the brim with comments of people just being like, Shadow the Hedgehog was actually my favorite game in the series.
Oh god.
And just, like, shit like that.
Oh, I fucking hate the mission structure of Shadow.
I fucking hate Shadow's game in general. Like,
I think it actually has, you know, for a game that uses like whacked out shit that should not belong in a Sonic game, it does the gun gameplay really competently. It's everything else that pisses me off.
I agree, actually. Like, the guns work surprisingly well in Shadow the Hedgehog, and it generally functions fine from a gameplay perspective, but, like, the missions are god-awful.
I find the gun gameplay technically sound, but it's also boring because like you're literally just spamming the shoot button as it homes into everything that you're passing by.
I mean, I didn't say it was good, I just said it functioned.
True.
Well, like
That's why
here's the
I also am not too big a fan of the level design or the level like aesthetics of any of the stages. Like, they all look so bland and they're really like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to just use the word poorly designed because they're not.
They are, though.
But they
Uninspired?
are. Yeah, like they're uninspired. Like they don't. There's nothing in any of the levels that make them interesting.
Literally, the only level from Shadow the Hedgehog... The only levels, I should say, from Shadow the Hedgehog that I remember consistently are Westopolis, because it's the first level that you have to play 10 separate times. And the Arc levels, because they're legitimately some of the worst levels in Sonic history.
There was like some of the ones that are in like ruins where you have to travel along like a river. I forgot what they're actually called, but some of those were decent. Not all of them.
Yeah, I think
Is it a little sad that I find the levels of Sonic 06 a little bit more interesting than the ones in Shadow?
It's because they put
mean,
a
not
whale
really.
in it. There's a whale.
Well, 06 had set pieces. Shadow doesn't.
Yeah.
06, like, you can't say that it's not a visually uninteresting game. You can say that for Shadow. God, that thing is giving a lot of birth.
Although you can say the models look like shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, it gives birth and beats its kids like an abusive parent.
Jesus.
Just remember, kids, if your parents are abusive, call the police.
Or just murder them.
What?
Probably not that one.
What are they gonna do? Put you in prison? You're a kid.
Also,
No, they will.
Actually,
I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way, but especially for a Sonic game, I think the soundtrack of Shadow the Hedgehog is garbage.
Oh, it's so unmemorable. Once again, the only song I remember is Westopolis because you play it 10 times.
I remember Final Haunt.
I don't even know.
Well, I only remember
I
remember Final Haunt simply because it's like it gets all weird and techno-y.
Like, if Sonic and the Secret Rings is my least favorite, like, big Sonic game, Shadow the Hedgehog is, like, down there near it.
Well, here's the thing, Jack. You can't tell me you don't remember, you can't remember that you don't, but you can't tell me that you don't remember songs like the main theme or like All Hail Shadow or something like that.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's because those are like theme songs and not level themes.
Yeah.
Anyway, next time on Sonic Unleashed, I don't remember.
Stuff.
Shit.
Next time.
Yeah, stuff.